And welcome back, everyone. Welcome. Hope you enjoyed the brief respite of StarCraft, because we are back once again. Back to back, we go from EU Ascension League straight into World Team League. The final day of the qualifier. The final match to prove which of these teams is worthy enough to be a part of Code A.
Yeah, no rest for the wicked. Straight back in we go, and we have a really exciting matchup for you to start things off. In the bottom left-hand corner here, it is the Polish Terran in the blue. For Starlight Twinkle, this is Spirit.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ancient Sister, and we have his opponents. We have the Taiwanese Zerg player representing the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. It is YoGer. Oh boy, so yeah, we do have to kind of reacclimate ourselves every single day so far for the past couple of days. We have had these back-to-back WTL matches, but here tonight there is only one. Only one of these two teams is going to be able to advance on into Code A. The other, they're going to be done for this season of WTL.
You're done, no. Yeah, there can only be one. And this is the last remaining spot. We've already had the first few spots gobbled up by Starcom, Abydos, Basilisk, and Mystery Gaming. And these two teams, they are going to be fighting for that last spot here. And we do have some fantastic matchups for you coming on up.
Yeah,
But yeah, this one. There you go.
Okay, I was gonna let you. And yeah, we really do have a lot of amazing matches before us. We have a best of two here between Spirit versus YoGer. After this, we're gonna have a best of two between ReWhite and Rilakkuma, and to end things off, Cham versus Eternity. So, oh boy, some spicy matchups going on here, and yeah, a lot of these are going to be pretty close. I still want to favor Starlight Twinkle a little bit, but I know your heart is where the pizza is, and the pizza is in Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Yeah, my heart says Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. My brain does say Starlight Twinkle, but my brain's not here, so we don't have to worry about that.
True. The brain is dead, Papi. It's gone.
It is a gonge indeed. But here we go. We are going to be starting things off with Spirit going for a 3cc build. So going to be playing a bit more standard here. And this is going to be an interesting little clash of matchups, because Spirit, as much as he is aggressive with his units in the early game, in the mid game, as he is a very, very strong Terran, that just is kind of how you play the matchup. He is someone who's very comfortable to go in towards that late game, and he's not going to force things if they're not there, and he's not really one to play all-ins either. YoGer, on the other hand, he's a very stylistic, aggressive Zerg, where he will play things pretty normal up to a point, but then he kind of loves going for his ultras, going for these kind of crazy late game compositions, and oh yeah, there we go.
Let's go, Bobby. Let's go. A great surround, a great catch by YoGer to just completely shut down that Reaper. And as soon as that Reaper went down, we have the Roach Warren. We have a second gas being taken as well. YoGer just completely taking advantage of the lack of vision, lack of scouting of Spirit.
Mate, how well versed is Spirit when it comes to Taiwanese Zergs? Because I know that a Taiwanese Zerg is going to do this. Does Spirit know?
That's the question. Does he know? Is he aware? As the first two Hellions are going to be poking in, just getting one drone for their troubles. Not too bad whatsoever. Behind this, it was a 3cc Cloak Banshee opener from Spirit, so very standard, very economic. The Banshees will help against the Roaches, but when is he going to find out about the Roaches, and what else will he have prepared for them?
Yeah, Spirit really playing things safe here, going for the Banshee opening, and this does tend to be safe as pretty much everything. If you do feel like you're the stronger player, it's a very solid way to play. But here we go, YoGer is going to be sending these Roaches across the map, and this still can get dicey. He still can get a good amount of SCVs, especially if it's not caught out. Spirit is going to be dipping into the third and seeing the lack of drones. That's got to make him sus already. And it's going to be the full commitment. It's going to be a Ling flood behind it as well. So these Banshees not going to matter too much when there's so many Lings coming.
Yeah, we are going all in. As you pointed out, we're not droning behind this. And right now, Spirit, he's piecing this together. The Hellions are moving out. We have a bunker on the way as well. The Roaches have been spotted already. This Banshee is able to take down one, soon to be 2 Roaches.
Yeah, a lot of damage going down on those, but he was able to hide the fact that it is a fully committed Ling version for quite a while there. That was really nicely done by YoGer. And here we go. He's going to be charging on in, putting a good amount of damage on everything on the low ground here. Spirit going to be retreating everything back to the high ground. This is something we've seen him do before, and man, these Banshees, they are just getting so much damage on the Roaches. This is falling apart for YoGer.
Yeah, exactly. Every single Roach and Ravager goes down. I love it. the high yield depots get thrown down as well for Spirit to get out of the supply block, and even though he lost a decent amount on the low ground, he saved his workers. He has 3 CCs. He's fine, mate.
Yeah, he's really far ahead from that.
Yeah.
It wasn't the most, I mean, that is very all in from YoGer, but he still does have the 3 bases. He is droning them up as well, so he will be able to stay in the game, but he is very far behind now.
He really is, and now he has to try to find a way to come back in this game. We do see the Banshees zooming across the map to try and find some damage. Spores are completed here for YoGer, but he doesn't really have a lot of queens to speak of because of the all-in. He only has 4 queens to his name, and 3 drones are going to get picked off at the natural.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard to get that creep spread going with only 4 queens, and that just means that this push that's coming up, which was already going to be very scary, is going to be that much more terrifying.
Oh god, it really is. 7 drones have gone down. The Banshee's still alive. Oh, Spirit almost overextending a little bit, but the Banshees do manage to survive. And behind this, YoGer is trying to transition into Ling Bane. He throws down 2 Evo Chambers. He's working on 1-1. His 4th still not thrown down.
On the Queen's going to go down as well, and no Banshees are taken out. The focus fire there just a little bit lacking for YoGer. He's going to try to take this 4th, but even the 4th could be in a little bit of trouble. But no, it looks like Spirit does want to dip back home and repair up those Banshees. I think that's a very mature decision here.
Yeah, definitely. And because of that decision, YoGer is able to get this 4th base. At least he throws it down for the time being. We'll see if he can keep it alive, as Spirit is not done. He's following this up with a tank push. Stim is completed. Combat shield still on the way, though. It is going to finish up in a couple of seconds. The Queens!
Oh yeah, the Queens are completely exposed. We have a lot of Bailings being morphed in all at the same time. Looks like Spirit not going to be doing anything risky trying to get on top of those, but every single Queen going down. And we already had a really low Queen count, so this is not good whatsoever for YoGer. He is in a tough spot here.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm sure Spirit knew that Bailing Speed wasn't done yet. He may have tried to dive on top of this army. Regardless, a tank shot goes off. YoGer is forced back. The creep is being receded as well, as Spirit just solidifies his position.
Yeah, I mean, there is a little bit of a scary moment here. He is caught unsieged and Bane Speed has finished up, so there is a potential for YoGer here to take a good fight. We do see him charging on in here, but a lot of the Lings committed across the map for this run by. Oh, and there's a bunker in position. Gee, yeah, that's rough.
We have a bunker, we got Banshees, we got reinforcements as well. The Lings only get 2 SCVs.
Yeah, only 2 SCVs going down. These tanks are going to have an easy time focusing down the Banes, and this is an almost flawless game from Spirit.
It is almost flawless here as the Ling run by gets completely cleaned up. The 3rd base is under threat. GG gets called, and Spirit will take game number 1.
GG. Very impressive stuff from the ace player of Starlight Twinkle here. Spirit going to be starting them off on the right foot.
Oh, yeah, very well done indeed. YoGer trying to catch him with his pants down, but Spirit had a very nice defense, especially because he scattered it quite late as well. It was a kind of off-the-cuff reaction to what was happening, and he was able to just minimize the damage so well.
I'll be caught with your pants down if you're not wearing pants.
I see. Spirit, he watches the stream.
He's a disciple of Light VIP.
Aye, aye, aye. So, yeah, very well done by Spirit overall to take that first game. But as a reminder, it's a best of 2, so we do have another chance here for YoGer to bring it back and to tie up the series.
Yeah, exactly. And it is, of course, going to be YoGer's map pick as well. So I think this is something that we saw with Spirit earlier in these qualifiers as well. I'm trying to remember who he went up against, but I remember seeing him get roached all in, and it just looked hopeless. Like, his hold of the roach all in is so clean. It really doesn't look like it can get too much done versus him when I see it. I think it was Wayne, wasn't it?
I think it was Wayne. Yeah, a couple of days ago we were able to confirm that. We were able to watch that series. So yeah, Spirit, he can look terrifying in that defense.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But it is going to be a Gressvan picked out for the next map, and this is a map that seems to just have banger after banger of series, and I think we're going to be seeing a bit more of a drawn out game here.
Oh, I think so as well, or at least I hope so. You know, I just love these TVZs, especially when they feature these cross-regional matchups as well. Taiwan going up against Poland. Give me more, Papi. Give me more. Oh.
If I'm Spirit here, I've just proven in that last game that... I've just proven in that last game that I'm cheese-proof. I'm going for a CC first. 3 CC.
Oh, God.
And here he is, spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map. It is the Blue Terran playing for Starlight Twinkle, hailing out of Poland. This is Spirit.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Gressvan, we have his opponents. We have the Taiwanese Zerg player representing Team Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. He wants that pizza. It is YoGer. It's not a CC first. Oh, look at that. The respect, Papi, the respect. Even though he defended against the cheese, he still hasn't lost his mind. He's still, you know, playing it out safe and standard here against YoGer. Oh.
Yeah, YoGer as well going to be showing a lot of respect to Spirit's proxy play, and is drone scouting for a proxy.
Oh my god. Great. Okay, interesting.
I mean, Spirit does actually proxy racks a lot, so I don't mind this at all.
Yeah, you don't see this too often, I'll be honest. Drone scout. So YoGer seems to have maybe studied his opponents leading up to this, and I wouldn't blame him. It would make a lot of sense. And maybe has taken notes that Spirit does tend to proxy a little bit more frequently on Gressvan, so does gamble a little bit. Doesn't pay off for him, but you know, definitely could have.
Yeah, respect the effort for sure. And that does mean he is just going to be going into a bit more of a standard hatch first setup. And I think for Spirit, with that game going as smoothly as it did, I wouldn't mind him just going 3CC Banshee again.
Yeah, it would make a lot of sense. It would make plenty of sense. It's a very economic standard opener, and it worked well for him last game. And if YoGer were to play standard, I mean, we'd just, you know, get into a regular game, which I'm sure is what Spirit wants to happen anyway, as he is going to be moving out across the map here with his Reaper. Hopefully this time he doesn't lose it.
Yeah, I mean, those were some slick moves by YoGer to take out the Reaper, but it kind of came back to bite him. And I hope for this game that he's going to be able to stay within his preparation, what he had planned for this series, and I think getting to choose his own map just makes that more likely as well.
Yeah, I think so, definitely. This is, as a reminder to everyone, YoGer's map pick. I did decide that the staging ground was to be here on Gressvan, and this is a very early lair.
Yeah, going to be heading straight into that 3-minute lair. This is some classic Taiwanese Zerg behavior, but it's going to get scouted immediately.
The Lings.
You know what that means.
The Lings were not in position, unfortunately. They weren't able to deny the scouts, and he doesn't cancel it, right? He's not Miyamika.
Okay.
Yeah. I would
Pretty
love.
funny though.
It would be funny. But for the time being, it is going to be finishing, and oh my god, even the Roach Horn at the natural gets scouted.
Oh. Yeah, Spirit is all over it with this Reaper movement. He is being so active and it is really paying off for him. Behind this, we are getting the 3CC build. We are going into a Viking Liberator setup. Could even be a BC build as well. It's, what's he doing with this? Oh, okay. Interesting. He's going to rush out a tank. He's feeling very worried about the build that this is, and it's going to be Nidus. How does he know? I don't know how Spirit pieces together. I actually have no idea.
Well, I mean, he saw the lair, he saw the Roach Horn, he saw the lack of gases, so he knows 100% that it isn't going to be fast meter. Yeah, so it's either Nidus or something else wild, and he's going to be able to confirm that as well as he does get eyes on the Nidus.
Wow. Yeah, and I mean, this switch was so key. He's going to have a tank out in time. This is such clean play from Spirit. I'm so impressed with him.
Yeah, here we go. The Nidus is not going to finish. And with this Nidus being denied here, YoGer, what does he do? Is he going to just send it across the map? No, he just taps out.
Yeah. 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 Oh boy, that's rough. There was no more vision after the overload went out. And that was just a bit of a desperation play after the lair was scouted. But with that, Spirit with a clean 2-0, starting off Starlight Twinkle with a very nice lead.
Yeah, exactly. In the end, YoGer came in prepared. He was not confident in a, as we move over to Korea, he was not confident in a longer macro game. He tries to go for these offbeat timings, for these all-ins, and time again, Spirit just swatted them away.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Spirit just looked so strong, so solid in that series. And YoGer maybe going to be kicking himself a little that he didn't go for something more mid-game orientated against a player that did scout and prepare and make himself safe so well. But, I mean, hindsight, of course, 2020, and we still have a lot of opportunities for the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse to get themselves back in this one.
We really do, and this next match is definitely one where that can happen. Now that Spirit has taken a nice 2-0 lead for his team, he's going to be, stepping back a little bit here, and ReWhite is going to be coming out for Starlight Twinkle, the Chinese Protoss, and he's going to be facing Rilakkuma, the Taiwanese Zerg.
Yeah, now this is going to get pretty interesting because there's a good chance that these two players are reasonably familiar with each other. So this could be a bit more of a spicy matchup. I mean, they are in separate regions, but when you do live that close and you're both playing on the Korean ladder, there's a good chance that you run into each other a lot, and you're probably going to work out who's who.
100%, mate, 100%. And I'm really curious to see what Rilakkuma has to offer, because we've casted him twice now. We saw Rilakkuma against Miyamika yesterday in a ZVZ, and we saw Rilakkuma also playing against Eric as well in a ZVZ. And both series, Rilakkuma was very cheesy. He was hyper aggressive against both of his Zerg opponents. But what does he look like against a Protoss?
I want to see some cheese against the Protoss.
Oh boy, that's what I'm feeling. But of course, he may have a different outlook on life in some of these other matchups. Regardless, though, I am excited to see what is going to be going down here in this EVP.
Yeah, definitely. I wonder if he would open up with a 12 pool. That would be really wild, but it would be a sick way to start things off.
It'd be sick if we start off with a 12 pool drone pool. Just commit. Just go all the way, Papi. Oh my god. Well, you got options. You definitely have options here in ZVP with what you want to be doing. There are Bane Busts, there are Roach All-Ins. There are definitely different timing attacks that you can go for. But of course, the players and the admins are going to be preparing their next series here. And game 1, I believe, is going to be taking place on Neo Humanity.
Okay. That's kind of wild. That makes me feel like we are going to get a cheese because I don't think it's the Zerg you really want the game to go on too long against a Protoss on that map.
Yeah, definitely. We could be seeing something wild. I mean, I'll be honest, I have seen in a ZVP, I saw, it was like a couple of weeks ago, it was Dark against Rebellion, aka Gelsing. Dark just proxy hatched on on Neo Humanity. And it was a proxy hatch. It was actually, it wasn't next to the gold. It was, I say proxy hatch. He just took his opponent's rich resting gas base.
That sounds pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, he just took it, prioritized the gas, you know, spine rushed, made some roaches. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm down with it. It sounds pretty good.
Yeah, Dark.
Let's see that.
He was looking pretty damn good. Pretty damn good indeed in that series against Rebellion. But yeah, I wonder if Rilakkuma is a bit of a Dark fan.
I bet he is.
He better be.
It's gonna happen. I know it. I'm ready.
Oh god, let's go, Poppy. Let's go. So it looks like maybe some issues with some of the Chinese casters as they are trying to migrate over here to the Korean server. So we're gonna need a little bit of time to set things up. In that time, everyone in the chat, I hope you're all having a good time. Hope you're all enjoying yourselves. The World Team League, if it's something that you're interested in, of course, we are going to be casting it here on a weekly basis on the CranKy Ducklings. We were a part of the previous season of WTL. Unfortunately, as a team, we won't be a part of this season, but we'll be here as casters, you know, bringing you as much of that coverage as we can.
Yeah, definitely. And there is plenty more to come. I'm really excited for the Code A as well to see which of these teams that come through that are going to be joining the 3 teams already awaiting them there are going to be able to go into that top flight competition.
Yeah, like I think I saw someone in the chat earlier asking about Platinum Heroes. They are in Code A, and we are a little bit biased here on this channel. Even though we ourselves aren't taking part this season, we do have an ex-Duckling on the team of Platinum Heroes, so we are going to be cheering for Vindicta. You know, he is still near and dear to our hearts. He may not be a Duckling, but once a Duckling, always a Duckling. We're going to be cheering from him from the casting couch, from the stream.
Why did you say it like that?
Why? What did it sound like? Asher, what did it sound like?
Nothing.
What did I say? What are you talking about? Hi. As it looks like with that, we have a lobby. We have ourselves a lobby.
Oh, let me in.
Oh, let him in. Oh,
There we go.
you. When I'm not leaving you behind again. Not again.
Could have had a little nap.
Alright, here we go. How's real?
I need to work out who's who. Oh wait, no, I don't. They're different races. Never mind.
True.
He is sleeping in the bathroom above where his food is. I really hate that he's decided to start sleeping there, but that's who he is.
What does that mean? Is he
He's an
like
animal.
Is he sleeping like on the sink above his food, or is that like a countertop, or like
Yeah,
seat, or...
my sink is covered, so he's just sleeping on top of the sink.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
Why has he done so? Is it like this is the optimal position so I can just go to get some food as quickly as possible whenever I need it? Or
Yeah, like as soon as
yeah.
feeding him happens, he's gonna be right there. It's just I don't know.
He's
I'm
efficient.
disappointed.
He's efficient. He's degen.
He is a degen. He actually is. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map, it is gonna be the Protoss player spawning in the red in the top of Neo Humanity. It is representing Starlight Twinkle, ReWhite.
And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Neo Humanity, we have his opponents. We have the Taiwanese Zerg player representing a team Soon. Oh. Uh-oh. That's not good.
Oh, yeah.
It's giving me a moment to actually set up the teams, so it's okay.
Oh,
Oh,
wonderful.
wonderful.
I know one of those characters. Something is.
Hold on. Bam. Okay, hold on. That color's too dark. It's too dark. Bam. Okay. Well, as we're just testing and making sure that the ping is okay for our players, and hopefully we're able to return. Oh.
There's war ready, lo. That looks so funny having the two languages mixed up like that. Oh, he says something. No, he doesn't like it.
Oh, he's like,
Buhama, maybe?
Yeah, not yet. But,
oh, maybe Booyah. I think it's like not yet. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess we're going to be waiting here to make sure that the ping does settle down. Worst comes to worst, we may have to remake, maybe restart the router, restart the internet. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, but if need be, you know, I'm sure the organizers are more than willing to accommodate for the players.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of an interesting case. It shouldn't be that high. There must be going something a little bit wrong with the routing for that to happen.
Yeah, definitely. Either routing or, you know, maybe someone's downloading some Steam games, you know, there's maybe, you know, there's just something amiss on the day. Maybe there's a lightning storm. Oh.
You just reminded me. I downloaded CSGO.
Oh, okay.
Because Counter-Strike 2 is coming out soon. It just got announced.
True.
And it's like almost finished.
It's kind of weird that there's a Counter-Strike 2, right? Just because it's one of those games that's like still relevant. Oh, as we're coming back.
Yeah, it is funny because CS Source kind of is Counter-Strike 2. And then like CSGO is like Counter-Strike 3.
True. Yeah. It's
I guess it's like CSGO 2.
True. Yeah, it's a little bit weird, but regardless, we are here in this game, and in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the Taiwanese Zerg player representing the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. It is Rilakkuma. I've added the player names on the bottom of the screen just to make it a little bit easier.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Oh, beautiful. And we do have a hatch gas pool opener here from our Zerg player. I am thoroughly disappointed. Oh god, we have a standard opener. Smurge.
Yeah, it looks like Rilakkuma, at least for the moment, wants to play things a little bit more safe and standard, and I don't blame him for maybe feeling out his opponent a little bit. Maybe wanting to be the one that's responding here to maybe some aggressive builds from the Protoss. I mean, we haven't really seen his EVP. This could just be how he likes to play the matchup.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm most curious about. What are his tendencies here against a Protoss player? For the time being, again, everything is looking quite standard from the Zerg. He has opted to take his unnatural natural at the triangular third position, not the forward base here, so nothing too crazy. Likewise, ReWhite is also going for his own gate expand, and hopefully we see something different than Glaive Adepts. I'm tired after the EBA series. I don't want to see it anymore.
He cancelled his warp gate. We got Stargate.
Yeah,
it's going to be okay.
Let's go, Papi. Let's go. God damn it, EBA.
That Stargate has already been scouted here by Rilakkuma.
Yeah, he dips in with his Overlord, confirms the tech itself, and now he can prepare himself. Of course, just focus on getting at his queens, get a spore if need be as well. As he's going to be preparing for that first Oracle. Before that happens, one drone goes down.
Yeah, nice pick off there. We can see that all the timings are thrown off a little bit by just how short this map is.
Exactly. Ideally, you're able to Maynard that third base a little bit better. Unfortunately, with one drone going down, you know, we've already got a little bit of value here from ReWhite, just shading in between the bases, and we do indeed have an Oracle first coming out from him.
Yeah, so pretty standard stuff so far. Same thing can be said for the Zerg as well. Everything just looking poised to just be a very standard CVP.
Yeah, nothing too crazy, nothing too crazy. We have pulled back into gas just to continue that gas mining. We just see a little bit of a link counterattack as well. It is going to apply pressure to this adept, but the Oracle should be able to make it here back in time to save the probe though. Oh!
Yeah, probe does go down, but we are going to be getting that third Nexus coming up. We are continuing to make Oracles as well, so looks like it is just going to be, probably going into that Twilight and Forge after this, playing a bit more of a standard style, something we have expected a lot more often in PBZ is this Oracle into Blink style, but first of all, going to be throwing down some extra gases, so it could be Robo as well.
Yeah, it could be a Robo. I'm curious. As 3 drones get picked off here, not a bad start for ReWhite. He keeps the Oracle alive as well, and he's able to get the hell out of there. Behind this, Twilight Council and a Forger. Typical follow-up. Should be working towards +1 and charge, or could even go +1 Blink Stalkers from here.
Yeah, definitely. And we're going to have the Zerg actually going into Roaches from here.
Yeah, Roach Warren does get thrown down. Before that happens, the Adepts are looking to shade on in. They do get into the natural base. They're going to be focusing down as many of these drones as they can.
Yeah, and this is beautiful stuff here from ReWhite as well. Nice little micro trick there, just finishing the shade on a couple of those Adepts earlier so that he can split up the target fire and get as many drones as possible.
Yeah,
I learned that one from Print F Minute Micro.
Oh, there you go. Maybe he's tuned in as well. As you know what, we're not done. We are threatening the third base as well. No Spore here in position. 8 drones go down in total, and the Oracle once again survives.
Yeah, it does, and behind this we are going to see that blink and +1. So this has become very common in this matchup, of course. We just have those couple oracles. We use them for scouting just to be safe at home, get that third up safely, and behind that, just going into blink, and he'll be able to put on a little bit of pressure with that as well. Probably don't want to be taking this much damage on the oracles. They're going to be very important for keeping the lings off of the blink stalkers later on.
Definitely. But the other important thing to take note of is the fact that Rilakkuma isn't going for an overly Ling heavy style. It should still be Ling Bane Roach Ravager, but he's opting not to prioritize those melee upgrades. Instead, he's going for +1 range. He's going to be going for a much heavier Roach Ravager commitment.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do see that Overlord Speed going to come in as well, just to make sure that he can get good scouting of everything that's going on. That's only 4th base coming down for the Protoss player, so despite getting those extra gateways, it's not going to be too much Stalker pressure coming out, actually. Maybe getting a scout that there is going to be Roach commitment, and just decides that it's not going to be the best course of action here, and going to be going instead a little bit more greedy.
Ooh, he is. A 4th base gets thrown down here for the Protoss. No 4th for the Zerg, and I see why, because we are committed here. We're going for a massive push. We are not stopping Queen production. We're going to be sending our Queens, Roaches, Lings, and Overlords across the map, and it looks like ReWhite has sniffed this out.
Yeah, he really has. He's all over this. He's got cannons building at home, getting that extra forge on the way, as well as some extra gateways, and those cannons are really going to help keep that third safe. He's also got 4 oracles, so he just continued oracle production, even setting up some stasis traps, which he's going to protect the Lings from setting that off prematurely. And yeah, this could be... He's got everything set up for a very strong hold here. And the most important thing is he's keeping the creep back, but that is not going to deter Rilakkuma. He is going to go for the Dropper-Lord, the Pooper-Lord, I mean. Oh, I love this. He's sniping the Overlords. That's so smart.
You rarely see that, but 2 Overlords do get sniped, and that is going to slow down this push. We desperately need more creep to actually launch pad forward. Without it, Rilakkuma's being slowed down.
Yeah, ReWhite is buying himself so much time here. This is being expertly done.
It really is. We do see nice blinks backwards as well. We are falling back to the shield batteries, to those cannons. Meanwhile, we still need more creep here. The Overlords are a little bit too far back. And once again, the Protoss ReWhite does maintain control of the high ground.
Yeah, ReWhite absolutely maximizing these stalkers, getting so much damage on the army, constantly kiting back and just delaying this push from getting on top of those cannons and batteries. This has just been so well done. Such a fantastic defense from ReWhite.
It really has, and behind this we have +2/+1 on the way here for his army. Charge as well for those zealots, and that will be the nail in the coffin if he can survive that long. Before that happens, we are still trading here. A couple of stalkers are getting picked off, and we do see the Zerg army is trying to push forward.
Yeah, he does just continue to take down those overlords. We do finally see the commitment. The Oracle's still just hanging back. They're going to be sitting there just ready for the full commitment of the Zerg army. But behind this, we do have extra batteries, extra cannons. ReWhite feeling very comfortable that as long as he can hold this push, he's going to be in a fantastic position.
Yeah, and he has been holding. Like, again, Blink Stalkers are exactly what you want against this Roach Ravager based composition. Charge lots are finally being warped in. Charge is done.
Yeah, charge is done. +2 is just about to finish as well. 3 batteries finishing on up. We have plenty of stasis wards protecting them from any of those lings as well. And man, Rilakkuma here, he just can't find an angle.
He really cannot. I almost want him to maybe try and divert his focus over towards the right-hand side instead. Maybe he can have a little bit more success. Regardless, because of the upgrade disparity, even that may not be enough. And GG gets called.
Wow, what a game from ReWhite.
Yeah, I mean, just the defense, not just the defense, the scouting as well, for him to confirm what was happening so early on, prepare for it so damn well. The Overlord snipes, Papi.
Yeah, that was so impressive all around.
It really was, and with that, we do see Starlight Twinkle just maintaining their lead here. One more win is all they need to move on, to advance on to Code A.
Yeah, just one more win, and ReWhite, he is looking so strong. He is looking like he can absolutely do it for his team, but I'm sure Rilakkuma, he's got more strategies up his sleeves, and he's going to be able to pick the map here as well.
Yeah, like going for this Roach all-in, this Roach Queen all-in is very specific to Neo-Humanity just because of the short rush distance, just because you can push through those rocks. We shouldn't be seeing that again. And as you said, you know, there are very different ways to be aggressive in this matchup, and at least from what we've seen, that tends to be what Rilakkuma wants to go for.
Yeah, definitely. He has shown that he has, a lot of different kind of cheesy approaches to the different matchups, and yeah, I think he will have something special prepared for this next one.
Yeah, we'll see where he decides to let it all out, because of course it is going to be his map choice. It is up to Rilakkuma to determine what the last map is going to be.
What do you think? What should he pick?
All right. Now,
And what's the strat?
if Rilakkuma was a madman, but like if he was me and Micah, he would 12 pull an Ancient Cistern, is what he would do. I want the 12 pull an Ancient Cistern.
Ancient Cistern?
Yeah,
Why?
Yeah, because it's crazy enough to work, mate. It is crazy enough to work.
Maybe.
Oh my god.
Maybe.
Maybe.
That is crazy. It's actually crazy. It's crazy like a fox.
That's where my brain is at right now. Just Ancient Cistern and 12 pool. Oh god. But yeah, there are definitely other maps that you can take advantage of as well. Realistically, if we're going to something a little bit more sane, some of these larger maps are probably not what we want to be on. I doubt we're going to be seeing Ancient Cistern. I doubt we're even going to be seeing Altitude as well. Maybe some other Zerg players would maybe want to go for that, but again, Rilakkuma isn't the kind of player to go into late game or even a standard mid game, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one, but I'm definitely excited to see what he has prepared.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. For the time being, it looks like they're just making sure that the latency is okay and that no one's lagging. And maybe someone is going for a bathroom break. Maybe. That's what WC is, right?
Yeah.
There we go.
I've never actually worked out what WC means, but they use that in Europe as well. Like it seems to be.
Yeah.
I think it's just like the worldwide. Like it just means toilet worldwide for some reason.
Yeah, it stands for water closet. Water closet.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I think. I don't know. I just looked it up.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
There you go. But yeah. So it looks like we're just gonna be waiting here for a moment to make sure everything settles down. Personally, I do hope that Rilakkuma is able to bring it all back. I don't want to be in a situation where we're casting the last series and it's like, well, it's already done, you know. I hope that we're a little bit more competitive than that, because of course, even if it is a 4-0, we will still cast Cham versus Eternity at the end.
I mean, to be fair, Reaper getting the 2-0 after
True.
Team Ghost who got knocked out yesterday was still pretty high up.
It's true. That was still pretty damn hype. So even if we do get there, like Cham versus Eternity is going to be such a good matchup. Like I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be so good.
Me too.
Give it to us.
Oh boy, have you eaten today, Light? We have to talk about food.
I have chicken and rice, and I got like a couple of mouthfuls in between Ascension League and WTL.
Cold chicken and rice?
Huh?
You just like scooped in some cold chicken and rice?
No, I warmed it up.
Okay.
We had like 8 minutes in between, you know, Ascension League and WTL.
Yeah, just the way that you worded it, you know. This is not on me.
What do you mean? Oh my god! So it obviously it is heated up, but it's looking at me in the face right now. Is what it is.
Oh,
It's looking at me. Oh.
we can change the subject. It's okay.
So I will be finishing that off after the broadcast. Oh, remind us as well, because again, it is a shorter broadcast here today for WTL. We have a replay to cast. We do have a replay.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
I just want to know what he means. So, for those wondering, we have a lovely viewer, a lovely regular, known by the name Ursus, and he did redeem a replay cast. Did donate for us to cast a replay, and he said he wants he messaged me. He's like, Asher specifically needs to be one of the casters for this because I want him to mold. And I'm like, what? What happened? What could be happening in this game to affect Asher in such a way? I need to know.
Is he even here though?
I mean, I'll link him the bot. I'll link him. It's fine.
Okay.
Oh. What don't you want to be seeing? Do you enjoy mech? Do you enjoy BC? Is that something you enjoy? What's illegal in ZBT?
From the Zerg?
The Terran.
The Terran? Nothing. It's fine. They deserve everything.
Nothing is illegal.
3x Reaper into 3-port BC.
Oh my god.
Destroy them.
You're an animal.
End them. Speaking of it, destroying and ending. The player in the bottom left-hand corner who needs to destroy and end the run of Starlight Twinkle needs to get a win in the column for the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse to keep them in this fixture. It is. Oh my god, you're actually right. How do you know?
He's doing it. He's crazy. Oh my, I called it. You thought I was crazy. Let's go.
He's crazy like a fox. He's from Taiwan. He is Rilakkuma.
Mate, I'm a Zerg player, mate. This is what you do on Ancient Sister. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponents representing Starlight Twinkle. He needs to win this game to bring his team to Code A. It is ReWhite.
Oh, I love this as well. So he sends the drone to fake that he's going to go take the third and then just sends it across the map.
Yeah, he's going across the map. He's going to be here to
throw. Hatch block.
Yeah, he's going to hatch block. He's going for the hatch block. Let's go.
That's so good.
Oh my god. Hatchery does complete. This is spotted by his opponent, but doesn't matter. Will he be able to respond? This is already a great response. He throws down the forge to start throwing down cannons alongside his zealot.
Oh. Yeah, I think this hatch just isn't quite in the right spot because this wall looks pretty good.
The wall looks pretty damn good. The Lings are making their way across the map as we speak. The drones were not pulled with this. It is only the Lings here, and we'll see if they can maybe even get a nice surround on this or maybe power their way through as the first cannon is on the way.
Oh, okay, I see how this works. So he is actually going to be blocking off the defense of the gateway. That's really cute.
Yeah, there you go. So the gateway is going to be under threat. It is going to be going down, and the Lings will be able to start working on the gateway behind this as well on the secondary wall.
Yeah, but the cannon is just about to finish. The cannon's going to be coming up really soon here.
Yeah, exactly. The cannon is just going to be a little bit too much. We have a second cannon behind this as well. We don't have any production. The drones are here to throw down spine crawlers.
For spines, yes. Okay, I love it. This is great from Rilakkuma. This is what we wanted. We wanted the cheese, and that's exactly what we're getting here. Beautiful blocking there. Uses the probe to defend. Looks like there isn't the gap that he's looking for there, but he's going to buy himself the time that he needs to start getting these spines up. Nice quick cancel there, but we do have 2 cannons.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the spine crawler is in range of the cannon. The hatchery itself is going to be going down as well. That's a kill, not a cancel, by the way.
Yeah, and there we go. Really nice blocking from that probe there. The shield battery as well, going to keep that up. And ReWhite has just been absolutely fantastic with his responses so far. The creep is starting to reseed, so there is a massive timer on this. He's completely all in, and this is the last hope for the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Looks like ReWhite thinks this is over. He's throwing down the Nexus. He is confident.
Yeah, he knows that he has defended, and it looks like Rilakkuma knows that his push, his build, his opener has not worked. He is taking a gas geyser, and he is expanding as we speak.
Yeah, he doesn't want to give up right away. Obviously, this is a very important match for them, so he's going to fight to the last. But there we go. The gateway is going to be morphing in now that we've finished up Warp Gate, and we will be able to, just keep on progressing further into the game. I mean, link speed going to be a very long way away. We're starting up an Immortal as well, so very prepared for any kind of Roach follow-up.
Yeah, we really are. These spine crawlers, are they going to be able to take down the cyber core? The shield battery is out of energy. The other shield battery isn't within range. We don't have the Nexus is not going to be able to finish in time. Cyber core is going to go down.
Yeah, nice little pick off there. Cyber core will go down. These spines are pretty much gone now, so they're going to have to try to head back home if they can.
Get out of here.
It's gone. Yeah.
Scuttle away.
No, they abandoned him.
But the Lings can come in from behind. They can get a wraparound on the Immortal. Up.
Oh, the Immortal would be huge. It looks like they're going to try to wrap around all of these different units. And we have a recall. Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. It's a little bit counterintuitive, kind of a hard thing to find there, but the recall is going to be saving those units.
Yeah, exactly. That would have been a massive pick-off if the Immortal did go down, but ReWhite is able to keep it alive, and now we see the transition. We see Rilakkuma desperately trying to drone up.
Yeah, this is a really rough position for him. He's going to try his best to make something happen from it. I think he's going to need to go for some kind of follow-up all-in as well off of this.
Yeah, I think so as well. What exactly would we see, though? We could see a fast lair. We could see fast gases as well. No, none of the above. We get no Roach Warren.
I don't think he knows about this observer. Or maybe he does, and it's like a genius move.
As the leads on the ones on the wall.
Yeah, the wall is not a wall. Picks a perfect time to dive on in. We'll be getting on top of these probes here, but some nice drilling from ReWhite. Very nice drilling from ReWhite. Wow.
Oh, 3 probes. Only 3 probes go down. That could have been disastrous here as the lings are being cleaned up. Only 1 ling is remaining here in the end. And we are not droning any further. We have more lings behind us. It looks like we do indeed have that follow-up all in.
There's no way he knows about the observer. He's showing everything to it.
Yeah, he doesn't know. Yeah, he doesn't know.
This would be the most insane mind game if he knew.
Oh my god. Meanwhile, after that, we're droning. We're throwing down a lair as well here for Rilakkuma. Oh, as we're getting some lag spikes coming in. Oh.
That's just you.
Oh, that's me. Oh, that is me, actually.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to stream, Papi. You're gonna have to stream.
Okay.
The lag spike is real. No.
Oh, and with that, the prism gonna be going down. It does get caught in the corner there.
The prism
so
goes
he did
down?
just have the prism was in the corner with the immortal, and it was trapped in this corner. The queens were able to take it down, so Rilakkuma getting a little bit of a win on the board. Meanwhile, behind this, we do see the third is going to be coming up here for ReWhite, and we do get a scout of that.
Okay, we do get that scout. Meanwhile, with the death of that prism, as I'm trying to, so there we go. With the death of that prism, I imagine that maybe Rilakkuma has a chance to bring things back in this game. It looks like he stopped droning, man. He's making nothing but roaches.
Yeah, he is just going to be powering on up here. We do finally get rid of that observer as well. And yeah, just going to be roaches getting pumped out. We do have roach speed on the way, but meanwhile, we do have immortals being chronoed out here for ReWhite. So it does seem like he has a pretty decent idea of what's coming his way. Got that +1 coming too, and just trying to get together a anti-roach army. So he is looking very solid here. He's got those sentries. He's got the immortals as well.
Oh my god, yeah, he does have those immortals. He's moving on out. He has a pretty strong army specifically to go up against roaches of all things. Without Ravagers, it's going to be so difficult to deal with this Soul Train-esque army. That War Prism is being rebuilt as the army moves out. Lings are moving in though. There is a shield battery and yeah, the boys are forced to fight.
Yeah, and this army is just barreling down here. Despite the fact that Rilakkuma is going into a bit of an all-in position, ReWhite is going to be the one attacking here, putting him on the back foot.
Oh my god, exactly. And with that, things are actually looking a little bit... I'm a little bit surprised, actually. I mean, we do see Rilakkuma with a bit of a supply lead overall. Of course, a lot of that is in the army supply, but yeah, he's actually forcing ReWhite to turn around.
Yeah, we have a bit of a surround here, so this army's in a lot of trouble. We need some good force fields, and we are going to be getting some decent force fields, but the Ling's getting on top of everything here. The War Prism comes in to save the day, though.
Oh my god, the Prism does come in.
Oh
the
my god,
Immortals
that is a lot.
That is a lot of Ravagers being morphed in, mate. Like, I don't know what happened after I left, but maybe that's exactly what Rilakkuma needed to come back in this game, because he is ahead in supply. He has a massive army to work with. We do have energy for force fields, to be fair, but we have Ravagers to deal with them.
Yeah, there we go. The fight's going to be going on and down. Pretty nice force field is going to be splitting a lot of those Ravagers out of the fight, but Rilakkuma getting on top of everything, and he's actually starting to break through. I can't believe he's making something out of this game.
Oh my god, the Stalkers go down. The 2 Immortals are the only things really remaining. That nice control so far. He's able to keep the Immortals barely alive. The Disruptor!
Yeah, really sick micro. The Disruptor comes out and no reaction, so good connection there. He is starting to make a bit of a... Oh my god, that's so sick! He corrupts the... Oh, it doesn't work. It doesn't do anything.
He contaminates the shield battery, but we have Stalkers, we have Immortals. It looks like Rilakkuma is running out of steam.
Contaminating the shield battery didn't stop it. I didn't know that. I was like, this is such a sick move. Why don't we see people do it more often? And I guess that's why.
Yeah, yes,
but here
now
we go. Looks like ReWhite is starting to put together a bit of a defense. The shield battery is out of juice, but the Zealots get on top of the Ravagers.
Ooh.
GG is called, and ReWhite just clutches out the defense.
Wow, GG, well played. Oh, as as ReWhite is able to clean it up here for his team, that does confirm the 4-0. I apologize for my internet failing towards the end there. I did have a massive lag spike. I went up to like 800 ms, and I didn't want it to affect the game. I didn't want it to affect the players, so I did end up having to leave. But yeah, thankfully thankfully it didn't affect the players and the game was able to continue.
Oh, like you should have told me to reduce the quality. I didn't realize it was lagging on your end.
Oh, it's like so good.
I have Nitro, puppy. I can make it look nice for you.
Oh, it's so good. You can stop the stream, puppy. Stop the stream.
Oh yeah.
We are heading on over to the land of the Americas for our next series. So Starlight Twinkle has done it with that win. With the recovery of ReWhite, he's able to take the series SLT are able to take the series 4-0, and they will be a part of WTL Code A.
Yeah, there we go. Starlight Twinkle, they have done it, and I think deservingly as well. I mean, ReWhite, especially in that last series, he played incredibly well. That was very, very impressive.
Very impressive indeed. And yeah, here we go. We get the final series here. Unfortunately, there isn't as much weight behind it, as you know, the series has already been confirmed here for Starlight Twinkle. Regardless, we are getting that best of 2 between Cham and Eternity, and oh boy, we've been looking forward to this.
Yeah, this is a nice little consolation prize here, despite the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse not being able to get it done. This is the chance for Eternity to kind of get his name out there as well, and this is a really exciting matchup.
Oh yeah, it is. We've seen a lot from Eternity. We've seen him honestly look pretty damn good over the course of these qualifiers, getting some really impressive results overall. But Cham is still El Champion of the Latin American region, so it's gonna be a spicy one.
Champion of the world. Let's go.
Of the world, Bobby. Let's go. You can hear the beeps. We are loading on into the final best of 2 of the evening.
Yeah, here we go. Is Minnie going to be able to get that consolation slice of pizza for Mr. Knock Knock?
Can Knock Knock eat tonight? Can he eat the pizza? We are here to find out, as game 1 is going to be on Royal Blood.
You reckon if they get only one slice of pizza, they just let Knock Knock have all of it?
I think so. I think Mickey Mouse gets priority, yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. As spawning up here in the top right-hand corner of the map, going for his victory lap. There is no pressure on Cham. He can just be himself, and here he is representing Starlight Twinkle. This is Cham.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Royal Blood, we have his opponent. We have the Taiwanese Terran player representing the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. It is Eternity. As I try and reorient a lovely overlay. So we go. Beautiful. Oh, and we are going to be getting into this game to see pretty standard setup here from the likes of Cham, which is what we should be expecting to begin with. I don't really expect anything too crazy, but that is why I wanted this series, puppy. I want to see a back and forth. I want to see the mid game, maybe even the late game, puppy.
Oh, go back and forth with me, puppy.
Let's go, Poppy. Let's go. As we have a pretty interesting hatch gas pool set up here. It was actually a hatch pool gas. It was a pretty interestingly done by Cham overall, and he's going up against Rax Expand. No CC first. unfortunately. We're not getting
Yeah, just going to be a pretty standard. Rax Expand coming out from Eternity. He did show in most of his last games that 3CC is by far his preferred style in TVZ.
Yeah, it's his bread and butter. It's what he knows. It's what he loves. It's who he is and who he wants to be. As he as he's going across the map with his SCV scout, just confirming, okay, we got a hatchery. We don't have anything too crazy going on. Against again, Cham is a kind of player who is willing to throw down a Roach Warren at the drop of a dime if he ever sees an opportunity for it, but not necessarily off of like 2-base play or anything like that.
Yeah, that's right. As here we go. We are going to be seeing that third hatch going down for the Zerg player here. Maybe just a little bit distracted by the Reaper there.
Yeah, just a little bit, as the first Reaper is going to be able to get one Ling kill for the time being. The Queen is about to pop out though, so Tony does pull back.
It does respect that.
Oh.
Oh no. Liar, don't get any ideas.
Oh, that is a pretty fast Overlord speed. That is Overlord speed before Ling speed.
Don't get any ideas, Light.
What do you mean?
Animal.
This
no
is...
Overlord speed. No. Bad.
I mean, this is interesting because if you remember, Cham typically...
Yeah, he didn't scout at all before.
Yeah, that's what I mean, even now, his Overlords aren't in position to scout, but with Overlord speed finishing, his Overlords that were in the middle of the map are zooming across the map.
He's Overlord rushing him.
He's never going to see it coming, Poppy. Let's go. But it's pretty interesting that against Eternity, Cham feels it necessary to do this and necessary to scout.
Yeah, it's like for some reason he thinks that Eternity's going to go for some kind of BC build against him. But, I mean, what else could this open up? Do you think we could be seeing maybe Bane drops? Maybe he realizes that this series doesn't actually matter that much and he can just style a little bit?
It's possible. It's very possible that we see some drop play come out from this. As Cham gets a full scout, he sees everything, confirms, of course, a 3CC Banshee opener. I say Banshee, but mate, we actually do not see a Banshee at all.
Yeah, it's going to be Raven coming out, and this is something that we didn't really see as much as we thought we would. I mean, I didn't think we were going to see it, but people kept on telling me that the new Raven's so good, we're going to be seeing it all the time. It can clear creep, you don't need scans. I mean, this build still has the same problems it always had, but we have seen, I know Mari went for Raven, mostly for turret harass, into a Liberator as well. And that can be a style that you can go for with this, but it looks like it's just going to be the one Raven for now.
Yeah, only a single Raven for the time being. As you said, we've seen this pop up like every now and then as a rare opener. We'll see what Eternity can get done. We'll see how much map control we can foster here by clearing up this creep. Meanwhile, the Overlord's still just scouring around the map here, just seeing everything that there is to see in the main.
Yeah, that's right. And there we go. Cham going to be throwing down that 5-minute Roach Warren. This is something that he just kind of always does. So it seems to be just, this is just his build. He just gets the Roach Warren, he gets the 2 Evo chambers, so that should time out pretty well that he can get Roach speed once that finishes up as well.
That's a very safe way to play. I know Ryu does the same thing as well. It's a bit of a Latin American go-to build here. So you'd love to see it come to fruition. With this, you can get fast Roaches, you can get Ravages as well. It's maybe a more secure way to shut down things like tank pushes as well.
I know what it's for. It's because of ping. It's because they play on ping.
True. You're not wrong, actually.
It's a bad internet build.
Smoke.
Like, actually.
Oh god, as we do see the Hellions here of Eternity still just trying to find a way, and they really haven't been able to do too much or clear too much creep, but maybe I spoke too soon. They find some.
Yeah, he does find a little bit, but I mean, yeah, this is pretty much the problem with Raven Open, is it sounds great. The fact that you can, clear creep without having to scan, but I mean, you have to get to the creep without the queens being there, regardless of if you have a Raven or not, so it kind of just runs into the same problems anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Cham is able to keep up with the rotations, re-spread that creep, and for the most part, able to regain control of yeah, regain control of his side of the map. Meanwhile, we see Cham just spreading some creep wherever he can, just being a little bit annoying. Does get eyes on this tank push, though, of Eternity.
Yeah, he does, and this tank push could get a little bit scary. The anti-armor missile can make this a lot more threatening.
Yeah, it really can. I mean, this is going to be hitting with Stim. 1-1 is on the horizon as well, so very nicely timed push here from Eternity. He's going to be at least be able to clean up this creep and apply pressure here to the 4th base.
Yeah, there we go. He is putting that pressure on, but oh, this is a massive surround by Cham. Cham doing the Cham things, just swallowing up, enveloping the army, and he's just going to keep on going here. It looks like he is poised to go for this 1-1 roach roll in. He has stopped on 68 drones, and this train just going to be charging straight on through, and those were the 2 tanks that he needed for his defense.
Mate,
I don't know how he holds this.
Did you see the anti-armor missile? Did you see how Cham dealt with that? That was beautiful, by the way. He just ran
I actually missed it.
the roach that was targeted with the anti-armor missile just ran on forward, and actually it connected with the Terran army instead.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god, as the roaches push on forward here, the vials are connecting on the last remaining tank. It does go down.
Yeah, the bio is going to be slam dunking him from half court for a touchdown. And all of the bio just getting absolutely shredded here for the Terran player.
Oh god, it really is. I mean, he's going to be able to get on top of at least some of these Ravagers, but even then, the Ravagers somehow managed to survive. The damage has already been done. Cham can drone from here, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, Eternity desperately trying to get this up and running, but the reinforcements are arriving. They are charging on through the micro. Very nice for Eternity. He's doing everything that he can, but there just is not enough here. There is too many roaches. GG is called.
GG, well played, Cham. Oh my god, we were talking about it before, but his roach pushes can be insane at times, and Eternity didn't see it coming. He was in the middle of his own build, of his own push, and he just got completely swallowed up by Cham.
This is why we make Banshees. Don't listen to Twitch chat. Forget about the rape.
Forget about the Raven, Bob. Yeah.
Forget about it. As we are going to be having a very quick map being picked out here by Eternity. He's going to go for Grassfan, so at least we are going to get a banger for our last map.
Oh, we are, and oh boy, Grassvan is going to be his map pick, as you mentioned. Interesting. Cham? Oh, did you see that? Not Cham!
Yeah, he's teasing him. He's teasing him.
Oh my god.
Playing with us.
So for those wondering, Cham picked his race as Terran, and then he switched to Protoss, then to Zerg, then back to Terran, then back to Zerg just before we loaded in. Cham, he's having some fun.
He's playing games. He's out here playing games, lad.
Oh my god. Ugh.
You know what's funny? I don't think that's how you spell mini for Minnie Mouse. Isn't it double N?
It is, actually, yeah. It's double N and it's IE, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Don't worry about it.
And spawning here in the bottom right-hand corner of the map. He's going to be playing for Starlight Twinkle. The Mexican Zerg in the blue. This is Cham.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Grassvan, we have his opponents. We have the Taiwanese Terran player representing the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. It is Eternity. I play with roaches more. Should I do that? Will it help? Will it help the soul? Spirit.
I don't think what you're going up against. Probably not.
Once again, we do have our hatch gas pool open. I mean, again, patch pool gas even opener from Cham. As to be expected. Everything normal on the side of our Zerg player.
Yeah, everything pretty normal on both sides. I would be extremely surprised if we don't see 3CC Banshee out of Eternity.
You don't want to see the Raven again?
No, never again from anyone. I did like Maru's build where he went Raven Liberator and he got the E-Bays before the Raxes. I think that's a cool way to play Raven. But just straight up, I don't know. It used to be cool because you could throw down the turrets and fight the queens. Like if the queens were split 3 and 3, you could throw down a turret and use the Hellions to focus down queens, and you could actually fight queens. But now that the turrets are so weak, the queens can just focus down the turret. Like it doesn't really work anymore.
I would also have to say that, like, especially because Cham's standard opener is to throw down a Roach Warren as well, the lack of Banshee, especially defensively, I don't think it's worth it against Cham specifically, because of his overall playstyle.
Yeah, I would be inclined to even go the other way around and maybe research speed after Cloak and go into 4 or 5 Banshees.
Oh, how you talking? Oh my god. Yeah, I do think that maybe we can find some success with that, as we do see a 3rd CC being thrown down here. So 3 CC before Starport opener, as would be expected here from Eternity.
Yeah, exactly. So Eternity has shown he is a very strong player and he is very comfortable with this build as well. So glad to see him, returning to the well.
Yeah, exactly. We've seen him use this build to great success, and I'm sure we'll see it once again as he's getting into his opener. Meanwhile, Cham just getting his third base down, up and running. We are just droning from here as to be expected. Still quite some time before we throw down any kind of Roach Warren of any kind, and we haven't pulled into gas or anything like that, so no signs of aggression. Oh
yeah, we talked about this, that we wanted someone to go 2-port Banshee into BC against Cham because he doesn't send his overlords out.
I mean, we say that, but
he
Cham
did last game.
Yeah, Cham last game he got Overlord speed. See, that's the tell. The tell is if he's working on Overlord speed, then he's going to scout you, and if he's not, then he's just not going to send him out at all. Here you go.
Fair enough. As we do see, it is in fact going to be 3CC Banshee.
Cloak is on the way to Banshee as well. Meanwhile, Cham has spread his Overlords very nicely in between all of his bases, covering all of the kind of main attack paths here to keep an eye on all these Hellions and make sure these queens are always in position.
Oh, he almost got that. That would have been sick. That was cool. It was a good idea. I like sweaty Terran behavior.
Do you think this is also like a ping move, like his Overlords?
No. I think it only makes sense if you think that they have BC in their wheelhouse.
Okay. Fair enough.
Oh, you mean keeping the BC, the OBs at home?
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah.
Oh, I have no idea. I think it's just that if he's playing Roaches every game anyway, he doesn't really need to scout right now. It doesn't matter that much.
True. I mean, should be relatively safe against most things. As the Hellions are trying to dip on in, trying to find some damage, trying to find an angle as they, oh my god, they're diving pretty far in, but did you get a couple of free tumors?
Yeah, he does think about going for those drones there, but thinks better of it, and very good choice there because there were some lings ready and waiting for him, so that could have gotten a little bit nasty, but yeah, now that I come to think of it, it makes sense. If it was like a Hellbat build or something, he just crushes it. He's going to have Roaches pop in.
Yeah, 100%. Oh. Speaking of, Roach Warren is right now, of course. We have double E-Ray Chambers as well from Cham. It is what we should be expecting from him. As Eternity is getting into his own build, nothing too crazy. We've got our Raxes being thrown down. We are going to be seeing his patented bio style.
Yeah, Cham here, nothing if not consistent, and we do see he's going to be bringing these Banshees out, going to be rotating around with those Hellions as well. Does force that Overseer to be morphed in because he is threatening the Queens, of course.
Yeah, he is definitely threatening those Queens. We do see both Cloak Banshees actually running past the third base into the natural, and here they're going to be able to at least pick off these gas mining drones. They're going to force a reaction out of these Queens and maybe create a bit of an opening for these Hellions for the time being. The Hellions are chilling in the middle of the map.
Yeah, and this is a this is a bit of a confusing scout. He scouts gases at every base, so I wonder how he's going to react to this.
Yeah, I mean, with all these gases, of course, I mean, I have to wonder though, because Cham is continuing to drone, by the way. He's going to be replacing, of course, what he has lost, and he is going to be, oh my god, taking all the way into that infestation pit.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's something that we saw from Cham before. I think the 1-1 Roach build that he did in that first game is not the standard for him. It's something that he only did because he got so much damage, because he cleaned up, killed those 2 tanks, and had the momentum. I think especially seeing Banshees rather than the Raven, he is going to play more into the same style that we saw him playing in his previous series against... Remind me?
It was against Kas.
Who's the Terran he played against? Cars, yeah, those were great games.
They were.
The games that he played against Cars, he was playing a very Ravager Bane based style and kind of playing a lot of counter attacks, looking to swallow up attacks of the Terran and then going for counter attacks of his own. And he's going to be going for a very quick hive again.
Yeah, and if you recall, this hive is not just to get into Vipers, of course, it's also to get into Ultras as well, as he does tend to go into that kind of more melee-oriented tech switch after this Roach Ravager. But before that happens, Eternity is going to be active here. Oh, it looks like this mineral line is left unattended, and a couple of drones are going to get roasted, but the Lynx do respond very quickly.
Ooh. Wow, 4 Lynx holding back on 4 Hellions. That's some neat stuff coming out from Cham, and yeah, this push, it's... What's the phrase? Few days late and $1 short.
Smirch. I think that's the word you're looking for. As yeah, it just does get swatted away here. I mean, there was a lot of potential for damage, but unfortunately Cham was able to react in time, is here to push this back, and he is for the time being getting away with this time. We do see the drop headed towards the main though.
Yeah, I mean, Cham's pretty well prepared for this. There is going to be a little bit of damage going down. We should be able to get this spawn. Might be able to get a queen as well, but won't be too much more than that.
Oh yeah, it does get that spore in the end. Meanwhile, Adrenal Glands is on the way to help support these Lynx. We do see a push being set. Oh no, never mind. We just see some Marines being set up here over towards the top left, maybe getting ready for a bit of a push to try and find some more damage on one of those fringe bases as Eternity is pushing back in. Up.
That's an F2 hold position. I know that one. I do that one all the time.
Smirch.
Yeah, this drop to the south can be cleaned up. Cham very well in position in the north as well. Feels like he is more than up to the task of dealing with the multitask of Eternity here.
Yeah, exactly. The queens are here. The army is split. The Ultra Cavern gets thrown down, as we were mentioning earlier. Cham, he loves his Ultras.
Cham is all over Eternity in this game. He's looking extremely dominant, and that's not to put any knocks on Eternity. Eternity's done a very good job macroing up. He's got his 4 bases going. He's got his sensor towers up for safety, getting those extra gases as well as his extra Raxes, and he's going to be hitting a good 2-2 timing, but Cham is just doing such a great job with his macro as well.
Yeah, exactly. Cham just keeps up here. The Bailings find their connections. The Marauders are being cleaned up. At the same time, we have that triple drop towards the north, but Cham is waiting for him already here with his army.
Oh, yeah, Cham's split is just so good. He is all over this.
He really is. We do see the drop towards the south is still not done. He wants to try to find a little bit more value, but he is forced out of the main base. Eternity forced to just pick up and go back home, as Cham is going to be able to get away with that Ultra Cavern. All this drop here, though, is actually finally getting a little bit of damage. Does pick up a queen and 2 drones.
Yeah, 2 drones go down. Pretty quick pull from Cham. Does get his army in position to help deal with the rest of that, and behind this he is going up into Chitinous Plating for those Ultras. He has a Spire on the way, so he will have, you know, those further options open to himself. He'll have Corruptors if there are any Liberators coming out for the Terran, and eventually the option of Broodlords as well.
Oh yeah, if he so chooses, he can attack in that direction. He pushes forward, but does run into the wall of tanks and thinks better of it. Will at least back off for the time being and look to hope to take an engagement in the middle of the map instead, as he's buying time, looking to refine his army ever more, eventually making those Ultras.
Yeah, and the defense for Cham just continues to be very clean. Going to be clearing out some of these rocks, getting that creep spread going as well as Eternity starts to shock around the map here.
Yeah, speaking of striking around the map, he has to be careful not to be caught out by Cham. These tanks caught on siege for a moment, but Eternity is quick to re-siege.
Yeah, he's going to be charging on over. Looks like he has put a good amount of his army all together, but Cham, he's doing what he does best. He's looking for a giant surround. He will be wrapping around towards the back with those links to jump on top of those tanks and just crushing on through.
Wow, the full surround there on those tanks. They all go down. We do have a decent amount of marauders and tanks on the high ground, so Cham is going to have to respect this position and back off, but he does take out the majority of the army.
Yeah, Cham loses a decent amount of army, but his supply does not budge, and that is because he is immediately refilling that with 6 ultras, plenty of lings on the way as well, and Cham always just picking the perfect time to start trading off his army, and the perfect amount of army to trade off as well. He's just really, really good with the flow of the game.
Oh, he really is. Once again, the tank, it does go down, and he's going to be able to just go toe-to-toe with the ground army. Unfortunately, Cham doesn't have too much anti-air, and because of that, the medevac count is insanely high. We still have the Banshees from the early game as well, but Cham just wants to get rid of the Roach Ravager. Bit of an interesting trade, but he gets another tank.
Yeah, I think that's completely fine. He does need to get rid of these Roach Ravager, and we still see that his supply is doing absolutely fine. Those 6 ultras are going to be coming out. I don't think he wants to run too far off creep with those, but I mean, he's crippled Eternity so much in terms of army. He's really set him far back, and behind this, going up into Corruptors, going into that Ling Bane, does have the Greatest Spire on the way as well.
Yeah, there it is. It's on the way to get into those Broodlords if he needs them. For the time being, though, he needs that anti-air. The Corruptors come out. We have detection. We do, just a little bit behind, as the Banshee is finally going to go down.
Right, Cham has been impressing so much in these World Team League qualifiers. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Starlight Twinkle can do in this competition, because he is looking world class.
Yeah, he's looking so damn solid here as he busts on through with his Ultras, with his Ling, with his Bane. Every single tank is going to be going down. We do have a transition into Ghost, but oh my god, the army is getting on top of them.
Yeah, the skinny Ultra slips straight on through and getting on top of all of the units there. Baneling's going to be finishing off that drop, charging on through as that wall does come down. Eternity, he wants to make one last stand for the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Yeah, he really does, but at the end of the day, there's only so much you can do against the Latin American champion. GG gets called, and Cham will take the series 2-0, and that is 6-0 for Starlight Twinkle.
GG, dominating performance by Starlight Twinkle. They do not want any doubt left in the mind of the other teams that they belong in Code A, and they will be going on. They are the last team to qualify, and we have our 8 teams for Code A.
GG, well played. Congratulations to Team Abydos, Basilisk, Mystery Gaming, Team Starcom, and Starlight Twinkle for all qualifying for Code A through this brutal qualifier. A lot of big names, a lot of big players, a lot of big teams were a part of this, and they're the ones that have made it through. My condolences to all the other teams that weren't able to make it in the end. Some pretty big names overall. You know, Team Roddy went down, the CranKy Ducklings went down, CSO Esports, as well as here the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, which was looking pretty damn good, to be honest, leading up to this. You know, there's only so many slots for Code A, unfortunately.
Yeah, and so they will be going on. They will be meeting up with Berserker, Invictus, and Plat Heroes, who were already invited to that Code A, and that should be a fierce contest there. And oh, actually, I didn't realize 5 spots there for Code S. I think that's there must be less teams in Code S than there's meant to be, right?
Yes, so the reason why there are so many slots and there are so many opportunities for a lot of these teams is because, if you remember, DPG merged with Kaizi Gaming, so already 1 slot there. Team GP disbanded, and they were another one of those slots as well. And I believe there were some other teams that did go down. Of course, is it coming to mind? What was another team?
I don't think NV wouldn't have participated last season.
NV, yeah, they didn't participate last season. Let me just double check. Code
Us?
S. Yeah, with the CranKy Ducklings, of course, we're not a part of it, unfortunately. There's another one. Team GP, Kaizi. Good Game Gaming. I think, yeah, they disbanded.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. So Good Game Gaming as well as yeah. I think that's it. I think those three teams. Yo. So because of that, of course, Code S is a little bit shaken up, and more slots are available. Unfortunately, again, we won't be we won't be able to be a part of it, but we will be broadcasting. We'll be casting it on a weekly basis here on the CranKy Ducklings.
Yeah, that's right. And it's going to be really exciting. So don't miss out, of course, on that Code A. We would absolutely love to have you join us. I know there is going to be some other streams casting it, but their casting is not going to be as inappropriate as ours.
That's a good way to put it. Papi. You know,
we're the chill channel. Come have some fun.
Yeah. You know, you can chill, you can relax, you can take the pants off, and we can all have a good time. Oh my god. We're gonna have to come up with when we do end up casting Platinum Heroes, especially if they make it into Code S, we're gonna have to come up with their version of Voltron, mate. Just saying.
I've already got some really terrible ideas.
No.
It's just gonna be a rocket.
Oh no. We'll leave it at that. We'll stay tuned for the following broadcast if you want some more of who is what part of the rocket, of that very erect structure. Good. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for tuning in. I hope everyone had a great time here for the WTL. !B in the chat if you guys want to link to the Liquipedia page, and you can have a look for yourselves at the entire run of all these teams and all the players and everyone who made it through and everyone who didn't. Again, it was quite a large bracket overall. 4 days of qualifiers. It was quite a lot.
Yeah, definitely. So thanks everyone who was here enjoying it with us. And we did have some really fun times. We saw some fantastic matches, and I really enjoyed as well following the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse specifically. That was such a fun story, and they did hopefully better than they expected. I know they would have loved to get through to Code A, but I hope they're happy with their run.
Yeah, I hope they're happy as well. You know, they kind of exceeded expectations, definitely. I think there are definitely other teams that people thought would go as far as they did, so I'm very impressed with what they were able to accomplish overall. And yeah, shout out to Knock Knock. You know, I'm sure he's in the chat. I'm sure Rilakkuma's in the chat. I'm sure he was more than ready to type in the chat as well if he didn't end up taking his. No, yeah, I see him in the chat as well. I see you, Papi. I see you.
Yeah.
Bible. But before we do end the stream tonight, I think the people are catching up to what we were talking about earlier. Oh god. Oh no, picnic, papi. But as we are wrapping up the broadcast a little bit, we are wrapping up the WTL broadcast.
What are you saying? Picnic,
yeah. It's like Panic.
What's
It's the Twitch version of Panic. What are you on about?
Oh, the basket. Yeah.
The basket,
I thought that was a safe word that I didn't know about.
We don't have a safe word. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. That seems irresponsible. Go on.
I mean, we don't have one. Oh god. Aye. But alas, we do have a very special game to cast after this.
We do.
It's time.
We actually do. You're a monster.
Oh, let's go.